America's most powerful painting stands with America's last line of defense, your constitutional sheriff. Candidates for sheriff, an open letter, locally and nationwide. As in other states across America, within the jurisdiction of our county here in Florida, one of you will soon have greater law enforcement power than any other person, agency, or organization in the United States. This authority originates directly from our U.S. Constitution, the supreme law of the land, which requires no interpretation. The founders explained everything in over 600 pages of the Federalist Papers, which served as a safeguard and protection against a slippery slope that has led to government overreach in an attempt over time to water down the foundation of America, the U.S. Constitution. However, the following Supreme Court ruling regarding the Constitution and sheriff, it was rekindled by Sheriff Richard Mack, who sued President Clinton for threatening to jail him if he did not comply with his presidential orders. This resulted in the U.S. Supreme Court case Prince versus the United States, 521 U.S. 898, 1997, stating in part that the CLEO, the sheriff, is the chief law enforcement officer, the only elected law enforcer in the United States. Therein lies the sheriff's power, answering only to those directly electing the sheriff, the voters. This applies even if the president himself or any government agency, including the military, were to come into a sheriff's county office demanding the sheriff to carry out unconstitutional orders, which President Bill Clinton ordered the FBI to do. On behalf of voters, regardless of which person wins, I would like to see the sheriff presented with a special edition, a version of a canvas God directed my hand to paint. Yes, you heard that right. God controlled everything, and when you hear the documented story, you will likely become a believer too. The original painting exists only because of his divine intervention. Having only used moldy canvas and rejected Home Depot exterior house paint to work with, that's what I used. It contained a warning of what we are now going through. It ended up in the White House as foretold and is now in a presidential library, museum section, in Dallas, Texas. The painting symbolizes standing for the U.S. Constitution, just as Sheriff Richard Mack did when he defended it against unconstitutional orders from the president. During the first part of the painting's mission, well over 2,000 personally signed copies made their way into the highest offices, ranging from world-recognized pastors, high-level corporations, and politically 5 heads of state worldwide, several U.S. state governors, Florida's full House of Representatives and Senate, mayors and Board of Elections, and so on. It began with 2 Lee County sheriffs, followed by many others who were presented personally with copies. This simple, proven model will be replicated by other patriots politically from the top down across America's 50 states, beginning in 2025, fulfilling the second phase of the purpose of the painting and its mission, regardless of presidential election results this November. Understanding that our rights are God-given, as written in the Declaration of Independence, we rise not from the bottom, but from a firm foundation, we the people, standing to support our elected sheriff. I would like you to agree to accept and display this painting, signifying your commitment to upholding the Constitution and fortifying public trust as a sheriff who follows the Constitution. Your stance on this matter is pivotal, and as voters, we seek assurance of your dedication to this fundamental obligation. Please, Sheriff, protect us by your sworn or affirmed oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Thank you for your attention to this pressing matter. If greater factual details and understanding about our founders and our Constitution are necessary, links are below. Please share. This was penned by the artist Kern Baxter to be respectfully shared by everyone, with everyone, specifically your county sheriff being one of 3,081 ASAP, as soon as possible, before the election. There has never been an opportunity of when so few could turn a nation around more peacefully than what is now at our fingertips. Doing so will stop the advance of atheist-based Marxism in its tracks that they are set on removing, our constitutional freedoms, by being directly opposed to God. Having been made aware of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save and restore America with minimal effort, Kern welcomes you to include your name with ours and share this with those who believe in God, our country, our Constitution, and others as well. In doing so, you will discover for the first time the true, fascinating backstory of why and how our Constitution came to exist. You will be amazed and begin to understand why those who seek to control our lives oppose our God and U.S. Constitution. Sincerely,